Okay, so a big theme with the secondary has been a lot of change so far. So has been the losses of Onu and McQueen. Have they been are those bigger losses in talent or experience?
I think they're all both. You know, I mean, obviously depth is going to be the first thing people are going to say. Anytime you have guys that have experience, I always joke around. It's as young coaches, sometimes you think you know it all, but you don't, just because you got to have experience to have wisdom. So same deal with playing. The more you play, the more quote unquote experience. But absolutely, you know, the good thing right now is Elijah's accepted the role as coaching and still trying to be the spiritual or emotional guy that he is, just now on a different level.
And so a couple other guys. So Treveon Johnson. So he's shifted from wide receiver to safety. How much has the injury set him back, and what do you expect from him?
You know, I'm not sure. I knew him in high school. He was committed to OU as a quarterback early, and then his head coach, Quinn West, is now the vice president. So anyways, known him for a while, big fan of him. Because of depth, you know, Trey started on the offense side. He's been hurt, so he's been sitting in meetings. He should be cleared in the next month to be able to do drills, but excited about him. He's a long athlete. I know he can play, but until you get out there, we'll see what he does, because sometimes until you get the pads on, you got to see if somebody will come up and strike and all the other things that come with it.
There's a big mental aspect to the position of safety. Absolutely. You got a lot going on. How big is film in those meetings? How important is that to a guy that's switching positions?
Absolutely, because it's one of those, you can't just see ball, attack ball. You know, there's times where you can't come up, so you got to make sure a guy's blocking, because this day and age, everything's play action, RPOs. So your eyes got to be right, and you got to know, and at the end of the day, you're the one that has to get everybody lined up. There has to be one, you know, commander back there, one chief, however you want to put it. So you have to know what you're doing. You know, and volume reflects confidence, and you got to know what you're doing to have confidence.
And then the other guy, Trevor Denbow, so switching from linebacker to safety, played safety in high school. How's his transition gone, and what are the biggest adjustments for him?
I don't know if they're adjustments. The biggest thing with Denbow is just being Denbow. You know, every day, because these flashes that, you know, he has a chance to be really good. It's just doing it play after play after play throughout a long year. You know, I hate to bring up the past, but I tell my guys all the time, it's no different than the UConn game. You can tell you all week, but if you're not ready to play, you know, and that's the biggest deal with Denbow. But excited about Denbow. You know, I think the whole team loves him, but excited to see what he does this year.
Was that a tough decision to switch him from linebacker to safety, or?
I don't think so. I mean, okay. I would have taken him any time, but, you know, obviously just with numbers like you had spoken of earlier, you know, we decided, went through where's the best spots, and I'm glad to have him. I would have taken him last year. I mean, he's a heck of a player in multiple places, and I'm not sure one day he might not play at linebacker at a different level. Who knows?
And then what's been the biggest change from year one to year two so far? How do you feel differently about last spring versus the end of this spring?
You know what you have, and that's the good part. You know, instead of sitting here and trying to learn the system and teach guys, you kind of know who you have and what you have. You know, it's nice. Rodney has a whole year, so you know what you're getting with Rodney Clemens going into his senior year, Denbow, and just the whole deal. SMU in general, just knowing the ins and outs of everything instead of learning, so you can move forward. But I don't know. Hopefully, year 2 and year 3 and year 4 and year forever. But glad to be here, and I don't know. It's been fun. I don't know if I answered your question, but
no, yeah, you did.
Year 2 is good.